Hello, fifth graders. Today we're going to begin a new topic. It's topic 12, and it's all about line plots. So in previous grades, you've talked about how to organize data. You have made bar graphs, you've made pictographs, you've surveyed your classmates, and now we're going to learn another way to organize data, and that is by using a line plot. So let's look at this first example. It says several students were asked how many blocks they walk from home to school each day. The results are shown in the line plot on the right. How many students were asked the question? So this is an example of what a line plot looks like. You see at the top there is a title. It's titled Distance from Home to School. And then a line plot is on a number line. So you see 1 through 7 on the number line, okay? And on the bottom, underneath the number line, it just has what those numbers stand for, which is number of blocks. So we are asked how many students were asked the question, okay? Well, this 1 stands for people that live or walk 1 block from home to school each day. That 2 stands for 2 blocks, and so on. 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks. So above each of the blocks, there are dots, okay? And that's part of the line plot. That means that for 1 block from school to home, 1, 2, 3, 4 people walk 1 block from home to school. Well, there's 5 dots above the 2, so that means that 5 people walk 2 blocks from home to school. There's again 5 dots for the 3, so 5 people walk 3 blocks from home to school. Now, above the 4, there's a little bit more. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks from home to school, 2 blocks from home to school for 5. Or I'm sorry, 2 people. 2 people walk 5 blocks from home to school. No one walks 6 because there's no dots above 6 and there's 1 dot above 7. So 1 person walks 7 blocks from home to school. Okay, so what they want to know is how many students were asked. Well, that means we have to count up all of the dots. So that's why I wrote the numbers next to them, because we can just add up all those numbers. So we have 10, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26 people were surveyed, and we organized all that data on a line plot. Okay, so let's go over this definition. It says a line plot or a dot plot, because it uses dots, shows blank along a number line, and that is data. Okay, it organizes data, it shows data, because look, this table right here, all of the numbers are kind of all over the place. It's saying cups of vinegar, okay? The numbers are kind of all spread out all over the place. It's kind of hard to organize it and even see what is what. So instead of just seeing all of the data in a table, what we do is we create a line plot. And now that it's in a line plot, it's really easy to see how many half cups of vinegar you use, how many 3/4 cup vinegars you use, how many 1 cup vinegar, and so on. Okay, it's really easy to kind of see and organize that information in a line plot. So a line plot can be used to analyze information, okay? And again, that's kind of what we did over here. We just want to analyze it. We want to see what's going on. We can answer a lot of questions using line plots. Once in a line plot, like this example right here, okay, you can analyze your data and see if there are any outliers, okay? So the word outlier is really just a data point that lies outside. Outlier lies outside the data. Okay, so if you look at this line plot right here, what data point do you think stands far apart from the rest? It doesn't really look like it fits in. Well, this 3 cups over here, okay? All of the other data is more centered around half, 3/4, 1, and so on. But this 3 all the way over here kind of stands on its own. So this is the outlier. So 3 cups of vinegar is the outlier. So there's one person that uses 3 cups of vinegar. Now, outliers tell us one of 2 things. One, the first thing being maybe you messed up. Maybe the data that you collected, that outlier may be a mistake. And that kind of sets you to look at it again and say, did I do something wrong? That's the first reason there's an outlier. Second reason is just that maybe that person just stands out. Maybe that data point, it might just be something that stands out. All right. So sometimes it's a mistake. Sometimes it's meant to be there. But we do know that if it lies outside of this normal data, it is an outlier. So now that we have kind of discussed what a line plot is, when we're looking at a line plot, we can answer a lot of questions from the line plot. Now, this line plot right here doesn't use dots. It uses X's instead, which is the same exact thing. You can still use X's. Okay, so it says, how many orders for cheese did the line plot show? So again, like we did over here, guys, we counted all of the dots to figure out how many people were surveyed. Okay, same thing for this, where you can count all the X's to figure out how many orders of cheese. So we have 2 here, 4 here, 3 here, 2 here, and 1 here. So 4 plus 4 is 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 orders of cheese were placed. Okay, now it says here, which amount of cheese was ordered most often? Okay, when we see most often, we look for the tallest data point that has the most either X's or dots. And in this case, it's this. 4 is the greatest number, okay? So what amount of cheese? It's the amount in pounds. It will be a ½ pound of cheese. Okay, that's the most common. So ½ pound of cheese is the most common. What is the least common amount of cheese that was ordered? Now, if you said 1½, technically that's true, but really it could actually be 1 1/4 because there was no cheese at all ordered for 1 1/4. Okay. Now this last question says, how many more orders for cheese were 3/4 pounds or less than for 1 pound or more? So for this, we need to this is like a double question. Okay. So we need to figure out how many orders were for 3/4 pounds or less. So 3/4 is here. So we're 3/4 or less. So we're going to count all of the dots for 3/4 pounds or less. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 for 3/4 pounds or less. And then for 1 pound or more, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it says how many more, which tells us that we are going to subtract. So we have 9 minus 3, 6 more orders. All right. So what you are going to do after you finish this video, there is a Google slide in your classroom that has you answering questions very similar to this last part of the slide, where I'm going to give you a line plot. All right. And what you guys are going to do is you're going to answer questions for the line plot. Okay, so you're going to answer questions and you are going to analyze it. All right, so you're going to do that. If you do have any questions, please email me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.